Hi, everybody. Welcome to the GreenBiz studio. I'm Katie Ryan, Director of Sustainability at GreenBiz, and I'm excited to welcome Becky Wacker to the studio. Becky is the Energy Services Sales Director at Trane. Hi, Becky. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us in the studio.
Hey, Katie. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Could you share a little bit more about your background and your role at Trane?
Sure. Yeah. As the director of sales for Trane for Energy Services, I lead a team of energy experts that think about decarbonizing our clients' facilities every day. So I love it. We get to wake up and be passionate about helping our customers solve their goals and make our facilities more efficient. So it's a great role that I have. I've got 15 years of experience working within the building industry, and it's a really great space, and it's really exciting in the time that we are today because it has become a very big focus out in the world of energy efficiency.
I agree. And Trane talks a lot about future ready facilities. Could you share a little bit more about what those are and why they matter?
Yeah, future ready. It's really important right now because we're in a time of constant change, and we're pivoting from where we used to be. And what I mean by that is we used to spend a lot of time just focusing on energy efficiency specifically, and that's typically the utility bills that you pay. You know, how much natural gas do you use, how much electricity do you use, et cetera. And now we're pivoting to think more about our carbon emissions and decarbonization, electrification. It's new buzzwords, if you will. So as we think about being a future ready facility, it's thinking about where the landscape is going and thinking about the regulations that are coming into play as well as the incentives. So we spend a lot of time at Trane thinking about where are we today, but also where are we going? Where are our customers thinking about their buildings need to be and what sort of goals and targets they've set? And that's really, really important as you start setting the goals for any project that you want to accomplish. Is knowing where you want to go, and where you want to go is not today, it's not tomorrow, it's 5 years from now, 10 years from now, maybe even 20 years from now, and setting that glide path for your building so it can be adaptable and move forward.
I love that and want to go one level deeper there. So let's pretend I'm a building owner. What kind of advice would you give to me if I were trying to plan for a future ready facility?
Sure. First and foremost, I would figure out what your North Star is. And what I mean by that is, what are you really trying to accomplish? And ask yourself a couple times to make sure that you've got that identified. It's really important, as you start moving forward with your project, to have something to come back to. So is it decarbonization? Is it saving energy? Is it becoming more efficient? Is it having a great facility for your people to come to and work in every day? The answer is often yes to all of those questions. And so really deciding which one's most important, what you really want to make sure that you're accomplishing, is very, very critical. So then as you cascade your decisions that you need to make, you can always look back and say, is this tying to our overall goal? Is this tying to what's most important to us? And how are those decisions playing out as you make them?
And let's kind of stay in the future for just one more minute. In your opinion, what are the new technologies that you think are the most promising for tackling decarbonization?
That's a question that gets me really excited, Katie, because there's so much innovation coming right now that I could probably spend another 90 minutes or so talking through that, but we don't have that much time. So I'll narrow it down to two pieces, if you don't mind. The first one is the buzzword of all buzzwords, which is AI, artificial intelligence. What that really means is there's a ton of data and information in our buildings that can help us run them more efficiently, understand how people are behaving within the buildings, understanding where weather might be impacting, and so on. There's so much information. But taking that data and turning it into insights is the really complicated piece. And that's something that we as humans can't do. All the data's there. We're smart enough. We understand what's going on. But to sift through all of it to make those great decisions is nearly impossible unless that's what you do 24/7, and you won't nearly accomplish what a computer can. So AI is making our abilities as human operators so much more efficient and so much more impactful to how we run our facilities. So I'm really excited about where we are today, and really excited about the innovations on the horizon and where that can take us from a conservation perspective. The other piece I'm really excited about is heat pump technology. More often than not, I live in Minnesota. We burn a lot of natural gas to stay warm here, and we need to stop doing that. If we want to hit our decarbonization goals, we have to stop burning things to make heat. So that's a broad statement. But heat pumps, with the technology that's coming through, they're becoming more efficient. They're becoming something that's well adopted in the very cold regions. And we're starting to learn how to use things like heat recovery chillers and so on, such that we can use heat within one part of a building where we need it in a different part of a building, and be much more efficient and planful, and just move into that electrification space. And so I'm really excited about the increases in those technologies, and the way that we can apply them and get that greater band of heat that we need, using electricity in a way that we couldn't 15, 20 years ago.
I agree. I live in Oregon, and heat pump technology makes me really happy too. So I'm glad you mentioned that one. Well, gosh, I wish we had another 90 minutes to talk about the rest of the things that are exciting in this space. But that's it for today. So, Becky, thank you so much. Everybody, you've just heard from Becky Wacker, Energy Services Sales Director at Trane here in the GreenBiz studio. Thanks for joining us.